So the Sandown 500 is done and dusted as of Sunday, and your final four for the Adelaide Grand Finale are set. You've got the defending champion Will Brown trying to get 2 in a row and fight back from what has been a bit of a mediocre championship defence. You've got Brock Feeney, who has been the ultimate consistent and the ultimate dominator of the whole series with double digits in wins and podiums. You have Chaz Mostert, who has lit a new fuse since the playoffs have started with 3 wins in a row. And then you have Kai Allen? How the hell has that happened? He is a rookie in the series. He started out the series 20th in points. How has that happened? So this really wasn't expected going into the series, even by me. When I made my predicted top 10 list, I didn't even have him in it whatsoever. Whenever I've made my predicted eliminated drivers into every round on my other social medias, he has been on that list. But he defies all odds and expectations to be one of the 4 drivers competing for the championship going into Adelaide. So how did he get here in the first place? Well, like I said, he had a bit of a slow start in the series, just trying to get up to the swing of things. At one point he was as low as 20th in the points, but it was around Darwin where he really had the momentum swing his way with 2 legitimate podiums that weekend. That was a great weekend where he kept up with his teammate Matt Payne basically the whole weekend. Townsville was a bit of a lull, but Queensland Raceway, he got 2 more podiums. One was legitimate, and the other one, well, let's just say that he owes Cameron Crick a beer, because that's when Cameron Crick got stuck in the gravel, and this was the old safety car procedure where he was able to get both of his compulsory pit stops done and still end up finishing 3rd that day. Consistent result at the Bend with Dale Wood, and at Bathurst he managed to survive. Basically everything was thrown at him. He got knocked off the track 2 or 3 times. He managed to avoid a kangaroo at about 200 plus kilometers an hour. And a last lap pass from Brock Feeney on Andre Heimgartner snuck him into the playoffs by literally a handful of points. So then he moves down as one of the 10 drivers at the Gold Coast. Good tyre strategy and fuel conservation got him another podium in race 1, and avoiding all the carnage got him a 6th place finish in race 2. It did help that Anton De Pasquale got a penalty for spinning James Courtney round late in that race, so he moves on to the next round at Sandown. In that one he finishes 7th in race 1. Nice and consistent, just how he likes it, but he's still below the bubble, below the cutoff line going into race 2, basically a do or die effort. He manages to avoid all the wild weather going on in that race, and he really gets a help from Cameron Waters and Matt Payne having a massive scrap, and they basically shoot each other in the foot in that one because they both had basically race ending damage, or race contending ending damage really, because they both finished below the 20s. But that gave Kai Allen enough points to leapfrog his teammate. So that is how we ended up in this situation. But what about Kai Allen really stands out apart from a little bit of luck? Well, his age. He is not even 20 years old yet, and he has been flying through the junior ranks. Toyota 86 in 2021, although that was really COVID affected, so can you really say that 3 rounds of an 86 series is a series? The next year he moved up to Super 3, where he was in a year-round scrap with Brad Vaughan, but unfortunately an accident at Adelaide really hurt him. Doesn't really help that those two were the bulk of the 1-2 finishes, so any bad result was going to have either one win the title, and it was Brad Vaughan that won the title. So continuing with Eagleson Motorsport, he moved up to Super 2, where he was a nice consistent runner, and then he started getting wins, and then he started getting a few more wins, and then he became a title contender going into Adelaide against Zach Best, and Zach Best would make a small mistake fighting with Nash Morris, and Kai Allen would win the title in his rookie season. But going into 2024, there were no seats available for him in the main game, so he decided to try and do what no one else had done: successfully defend a Dunlop Series title, as well as his co-driving efforts with DJR, and he was working extremely close with the Queensland-based team. He would once again be a title favourite throughout that whole year, basically until Bathurst, because unfortunately a few incidents really hampered his chances, and Zach Bates managed to get over him in the standings, and Batesy would win last year's title. But he did have his co-driving with DJR. Unfortunately for him, that wasn't really the best, I would say. He wasn't exactly up to speed, and in fact he was actually slower than Will Davison in testing. So that was, I think, their main reason why they went for Will Davison over Kai. But now look what's happened. He is in the Final Four contending for a championship. This kid is basically like sliced bread. He is the next best thing since then. He's really comparable to Brock Feeney, his teammate Matt Payne, Ryan Wood, many young blokes that have very successful and very quickly going up the ranks. But even if he doesn't win this championship, I think he will get one at least throughout his career. I mean, like I said, he's not even 20, and he has the chance of continuing this Houdini act. And could he win a title in his rookie season straight up? Craig Lowndes managed to do it. Yes, Craig Lowndes was a bit more dominant than what Kai Allen has been, but that's beside the point. Could Kai Allen win the Supercars Championship this season? I'll let you debate that in the comment section, and while you're down there, give a like and subscribe. My cat would really appreciate it, and turn the bell on so I can tell you more directly when I'll be uploading videos. While you're here, you might as well check out one of these two videos. I don't know which ones I'll put up here, and I'll see you in the next video, whenever that may be.